Alrighty everyone, welcome back. With The Mandalorian Season 3 finale now released on Disney+, a lot of Star Wars fans are anticipating about what's to come for the Ahsoka Tano series by Dave Filoni with the help of Jon Favreau. By this August, that's really going to set things up for the second phase of the franchise by Jon and Dave, and heir to the Empire and the story of Thrawn. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future Star Wars updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, there's a lot of things that have been going on between Jon, Dave, George, the Disney executives, and really their overall game plan on turning Star Wars around to really bring it back to the basics, right? Now, with the Ahsoka trailer really convincing a lot of fans that this could very well be the home run for Star Wars on Disney+, and that's exactly what the executives still believe to this day. There's a lot of things going into it. However, what Jon Favreau was able to reveal to the fans that came across as very unexpected relating to his overall vision of the Mandoverse, or the Mandalorian Season 3 at that, and what he had to say to fans is actually going to come across as a big surprise. Now, we know that Jon Favreau is working day in and day out on over a dozen Star Wars projects. Just let that sink in for a moment. This guy is working around the clock with Dave Filoni and other creators coming on board to really handle the franchise and exactly how they can really expand this into something brand new that's really going to be exhilarating. So, with that being put out there and said, what's even all the more exciting about what Jon Favreau recently had to say had a lot to do with something very much in particular to The Mandalorian itself. Now, with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni now gearing up for the 4th season of Mando, Jon Favreau had a couple of things to admit to the fans. Now, Jon revealed the following. Well, Season 3 was a tough one for us. I know Disney wanted myself and Dave to get this out by 2023, and to be very clear, I had actually wanted to spend more time on this season. We originally wanted to expand it to 10 or maybe 12 episodes long, so I would have at least needed 4 months extra to have written that, and maybe another 6 months for filming in total. So we wouldn't have gotten this thing out by until 2024 the earliest. And we knew fans were just going to forget about where we left off if we had waited too long. Maybe that was our mistake, or Disney's, I don't know. But I felt that we could have spent a lot more time on this one. I'm still proud with what we did with our finale and the reception that we are getting from fans, and how they seem to love the revelations we did with Grogu and with Gideon. Now let me pause here quickly about what Favreau is putting out there, is that basically what Favreau is unveiling is that he wanted to make The Mandalorian Season 3 extended to either 10 to 12 episodes long. And that's a big deal, because that's a lot more work, that takes a lot more time, as you all know. And given that, a lot of fans wanted to see more episodes on The Mandalorian in total, it would have definitely made more sense to expand it. I feel that 8 episodes is just a tad short, especially with some of the shorter episodes that are more, either filler or running only like 30-some minutes long. It's stuff like that that I feel that really deserves to be 12 episodes long, like Jon Favreau is saying here. Now, what he's also unveiling is that he was pressed for time when it came to Mando Season 3. And again, is this really the thing that's going to, be his reasoning as to why fans did not like a lot of portions of Season 3? Who knows? But what he is saying is that he wanted to spend a lot more time on Season 3. He wanted to expand the story because they had so much more to tell in this particular season that was not able to be told, and that could very well have had something to do with it, for all we know. So, Jon Favreau really putting it out there that there was a lot more to tell about Gideon, about Grogu and Din Djarin, Mandalore, the Mythosaur, of course. There was a lot more stuff that was going to be told in this season that's going to be saved for future stories now. So, on to the next big thing about all of this is that Jon Favreau goes on to elaborate things further. Alright, I'm just revising Season 4 right now, he says, and we are making some big changes already for this one, so I don't know when we are going to release this one just yet. I would love for 2024, but we will have to wait and see. But back to Season 3, we noticed that many fans had some problems with our direction on many of the episodes, and we were very pressed for time, and it was one of our biggest challenges for Season 3 after having to do some hefty rewrites for the script and condensing the story down to 8 episodes. So again, he's confirming here that they had to condense the story down to 8 episodes. And so they really had a lot more plans for Season 3, obviously. They wanted to expand this thing to 12 episodes total in the max form, and it really would have been a better scenario to take. I would have been fine if we had to wait, you know, maybe an extra 9 months to a year till we got to see Season 3 of Mando. I would have been okay with it if it would have been a very well-told story, consistently, episode by episode. And some of you guys out there may like Season 3 consistently, and that's perfectly fine, that's understandable. But there's a lot of fans out there, whether people want to believe it or not, that have a lot of issues with this particular installment. That's the truth. So, on to the next thing. He goes on to elaborate further. Like I said before, we wanted to aim for 10 to 12 episodes to really tell some exciting things, but some of that will be told in Season 4, I'm sure. We are just getting started with The Mandalorian and how this is going to lead into very big stories straight out of Legends. It's just something that fans are going to be thrilled about, I am sure. Season 4 is going to be epic is all I can really say right now, but we want to take our time on this one big time. So, it almost sounds like that Jon Favreau is low-key saying, I'm sorry, we're going to spend more time on Season 4, and we're going to expand this one, unlike with how we did with Season 3. That's kind of like what it sounds like. It almost sort of sounds like a low-key apology. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it kind of comes across to me. But the thing about this is that we know that Season 3 had to go through some, like he said, hefty rewrites, hefty changes, a lot of different alterations to the scripts, and Mando Season 4 now is being revised. Now, why is it being revised? Is it in response to the Mando Season 3, backlash to some degree by fans? Who knows? But like I say, there's a lot of things going into Season 4. They want to really expand to making it a 10, maybe 12 episode season. That's what Jon Favreau wants to do. That's what he's aiming for. And look, I don't care if we don't get this thing out until 2025, like maybe around February or March of that year. I'm okay with that, as long as it's going to be a very well-told story, consistently with a lot more revelations and surprises. And that's all I think fans really care about. Great character development, great stories to be told, and look, Mando Season 3 had its great moments. I think that the finale was great. I thought it had a lot of potential there to really even setting up another episode if they wanted to. I just felt that the finale kind of just escalated quickly to the point where it needed to be pretty much, more revealing toward the end. I feel that they could have added more suspense or a bigger climax is my only big critique of the finale, right? So overall, I would love for you guys to fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding on the one. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.